Hi, this is Kate from Daisy Nails, creating fun, funky and fabulous nails in the comfort of your home. I'm currently sitting with a cat on my lap and a coffee in my hand, ready to tell you all about the nails that I've made for today. This was my design. As you can see, I go into quite a lot of detail with my designs. Back of an envelope, biro that doesn't quite work, and sketch it out. So, I've already done the background in. Having a look at it, I'm going to go with probably Aloha. Pretty sure that's either Aloha or Amor Azul. And then I created some French tips using the Perfect White. I've tried to do French tips with the white gel paint before, and they ended up a little bit sort of lumpy and bobbly, so I tend to stick to the actual gel now to do those. I think it's just too larger surface area. I mean, if anyone else is able to do it, let me know how you do it. But for me, it just seems too large a surface area to be able to do it well. Right, so using the petal brush, I sort of filled in the larger spaces. I think I used the long liner, didn't I? I have got an order ready to do from Madam Glam at the moment. It's all in the basket. But I have a slight problem. I sent them a message. I'm waiting to hear back from them, in that if you order over $100 worth of products from Madam Glam, international shipping should be free. Otherwise, it's $11 something. And I got $106 worth of products in my basket. My account had $87 in credit on it. And so that was used for part of it. And then, charging me the other $20 or so dollars. And then when it went into, I went to check out, it said it was charging me for the shipping, which, since I have paid for it all, none of it has been like from a voucher or anything. It's just that I had $87 in credit. Then that should be free shipping. So I've sent them a message because, I'd like to have ordered loads of different greens. I realised the other day I don't have a wide variety of greens. When I had a client who wanted green. She went with the keep palm in the end, but I've ordered quite a wide variety of greens now. And a sparkly orange and a sparkly yellow. Because when I was doing the sparkly LGBTQ set last month, I had to add bits of glitter to some of them because I didn't have sparkle in the entire rainbow. Right, so once I'd done all of the French tips, I would want to do something sort of autumny and slightly sort of psychedelic-y type thing. I mean, it's your own perception of what that would be. I wanted to do some mushrooms, and these are a little bit of a chimera of a mushroom because it's the shape of any, I don't know what kind of mushroom. It's just like one of those ones that's like got the bell-shaped cap on it, but I wanted it to have the fly agaric patterning on it. So yeah, I think I've put on here what all of the different colours I did were, haven't I? I must admit, I'm looking at amber rather than at the video. But yeah, I did the stalk in quite a mushroomy colour, wasn't it? And then I'm going in the top. Was that the very chic? Or something like that? And doing that sort of bell-shaped bit in the red colour. And I really like this particular blue as a background for autumn nails. Because there's something about those autumn days when you have that blue sky. It's not as bright a blue, is it, as in the summer. It is that sort of lighter, bright blue sky that really has a gorgeous contrast against all of the lovely brown and yellow and orange leaves. There's around the corner from where I live, there's some trees that go in absolutely beautiful colour. And I always, as I'm driving past, I think, I'll have to come back and take a picture. I never do. One day I will. I probably won't. All of the products I used on this one were the Madam Glam ones. Although the products on my nails, on the ones you can see, the spotty ones, that's Nio Nails, Polygel, extensions, and what are they called? it's a place that sells loads of glitter. Natalie Mugridge often uses their stuff. I really like this one. Okay, so on the other side, I did a little heart. I didn't do the usual method of doing a heart with the 2 dots and pulling them down. I actually went for drawing the outline and filling it in. I think I did a fairly even job of it. That's why I usually do the 2 dots, is usually when I draw a heart, I end up with one sort of fat side and one skinny side, but I think I did quite well with that. So it's Saturday morning. Don't know if you can hear Amber in the background scratching her ear. Yes, it's Saturday morning. Everyone else in the house is still in bed. I've been to the shop to buy some nice Saturday morning breakfast things. It's nice and peaceful. What did I do with the white gel paint? I can't even remember. So much has happened since I actually did this set. Oh, of course this will have been for the dots, won't it? For the fly agaric. Oh, second coat. I think I'm getting better at staying in the camera shot, aren't I? But not at that very moment. I bought a bike last week. Did I mention that on any of my voiceovers last week? Yeah, I bought a bike. Oh, second hand. I buy most things second hand except for my nail stuff. Even my manicure table was second hand, but everything else isn't. But yeah, I bought a bike. And I've been cycling it to work this week. It's probably about 2.5 to 3 miles to get to my work. I'd have to work that out. And I woke up this morning and my legs were just feeling like they need a real good stretch, you know. It's been really good. The only thing was on the first day, excuse me, coffee. On the first day, when I got back on the bike to come home, I was definitely saddle sore. I sort of sat on the saddle and winced. I thought, can I pedal the whole way home standing up? I did. I was actually all right. I was okay. Don't panic. I was okay. Okay, I wanted to show you what I do. If I only need a tiny, tiny little bit of a colour, you know me, I hate waste, so I won't put a blob on my palette. I literally just take it off the stalk of the brush like that. All I wanted that for was to go down the side of the mushroom stalk. Just for a little bit of depth. Oh, I remember, it's like these videos. I recorded 3 videos last week, and they're all slightly dark, because the lead for my overhead light had got damaged. There was a couple of the wires were sticking out. So this was done purely by the light from the window, the north-facing window in my living room. So I do apologise if you can't see it quite so well. I have replaced the lead now. And I noticed last night that the light was brighter, and then this is when I was at a client's house, and then when I finished using the light it was actually quite hot. So thankfully the lead I bought, it's got different voltage settings, so I'm just going to turn it down one and test it and see how it goes, because last thing I wanted for it to melt or to burst into flames. So finally, using the gel paint, going in for the fly agaric dots. All you need now is a little fairy to flutter down and sit on it. Right, so the gel paint, remember, goes in for 1 minute, whereas the gel's for 30 seconds. Right, so we got the Boy Bye, the Coral Flirt. Does anyone know what I did on this one? Deciding where to go in. Found a hair. One of the drawbacks of living with cats. There aren't many. I do love my cats, but boy do they molt constantly. Just have to stroke them and you end up with a handful of cat fur. There we go. Think I've got it now. So, Boy Bye. What was I doing with this one? Oh, this was the rainbow, wasn't it? But not in the normal rainbow colours. Obviously, you wouldn't be able to turn a client's finger around like that. You would have to sort of come up with a different way of moving that brush around smoothly in the direction you want it to go. I wanted to keep those lines relatively thin, but not so thin that they would sort of disappear into each other when I had all of them on. There's a new coffee shop opening up in my town. It's got a different style of, or not a different style, a different origin of coffee bean. I don't know all the details and all the facts, but I do remember seeing on a TV programme some time ago that all the coffee beans in the world originate from one particular plant. It's the same with bananas as well. Not the same plant as the coffee beans, of course. That would be a bit silly. But apparently, if there were some disease, like, I don't know if anyone is as old as me and remembers the Dutch elm disease of the 70s and 80s. If there was a disease that attacked the coffee plant or the banana plant, we would pretty much lose all the coffee and banana. So I'm interested with this coffee shop that claims to have a different bean origin that's going to be opening up in our town quite soon. We've got a lot of coffee shops in our town, but I'll be honest, I don't mind. Although I need to rein it in a bit because this office job I do is in the town centre. And I do quite often speed walk into town on my lunch break and grab a coffee. And I just need to take my own coffee things into the office and make my own coffee. It would save me so much money. I really like this colour combination when I put it onto the nails. I think if I did this on a client, the one thing I would do differently is behind all of the shapes, all of the patterns I'm doing, I would put white just to make them pop a little bit more off the blue background. But of course it is brighter in real life, it's just hard to tell because I don't have my light going. So in England, where I am, schools are going back this week. All the parents are doing the back-to-school shopping, getting the pens and pencils and rulers and uniforms and everything. Something that bugs me and always has bugged me is that almost as soon as the kids break up from school, the shops start having the back-to-school signs in the window encouraging people to go and buy the back-to-school things. In fact, recently I've noticed that they start having the back-to-school signs before the schools have even broken up. Like, give their kids a chance to relax on holiday before you reminded them that they're going to have to go back to school at some point. Don't ever get me on a school rant though, will you? I think the school system needs to be completely overhauled. School wasn't designed to help children to learn the way that children learn. School was designed in the Industrial Revolution. Oh, I've started. Sorry, I said don't get me on this one. School was invented as it is today in the Industrial Revolution to stop children from being children so they could go out and work. But actually, in my experience, most children do not learn in the way of school, in the way of sitting at a table, listening to a teacher, and children learn from being active, from doing. I mean, to be fair, I learn from doing things. If someone tells me how to do something, I will then have to go and do it myself and spend quite a lot of time figuring it out for myself. That's how I learned to do it. Yeah, so as you can see, I sped it up to do the second coat for the rainbow colours. And then using the gel paint, I think it was, I did some sort of fluffy cloud shapes. Obviously, it's on a white tip, so you can't really see them. I did go add some sort of lines in the French lavender. French fields, whatever it's called. It's a grey that has a hint of lavender to it that I really like. French Valley, that's what it's called. I just did some sort of little lines around it just to define where the clouds were. Last night, I was doing some tartan nails, which was a lot of fun. The client I go to it's usually when she's going away, she contacts me and gives me a theme. And she said, right, I'm going to Scotland. I would like some tartan nails. Other than that, it's up to you. So I really like them. I did a dark red. I think it's called Very Chic from Madam Glam background, and then I used a dark blue. I can't remember what they're called. Sort of for a thicker line part of the tartan, and then I went with the black gel paint and the gold gel paint to do the thinner lines, and then we did a matte top coat, and oh, it looks so good. She's heading off to Scotland today. Right, so this nail, what went on this nail? Oh, was this one a flower? Probably helped if when I did this I wore my glasses. Oh, just changing position. There we go, these poor legs of mine. Don't know what hit them. Oh no, it wasn't a flower, this was a pumpkin, wasn't it? Pumpkin just falling off the edge of the nail. My coffee's getting quite lukewarm, I better drink it quite quickly. I've got cat hairs all over the screen. Amber's no longer sitting on my lap. She's now on the pile of washing at the other side of the room. But there's cat hairs all over the phone screen. Probably could have used the petal brush to do this, but the Madam Glam, even the liner brushes, are actually really good. They hold a nice quantity of gel. So it actually, you can colour in relatively large, but not huge, you know, sort of just not tiny spaces with them. And this side, was this side a flower? Yes, I think it was. Or was this side another heart? I mean, I could watch these videos through before doing the voiceover, but oh, who's got time for that? There we go, coral flirt heart. Right, so with the whatever colour that is, I don't know. That was the Tray Chic, or the Very Chic, wasn't it? I did the outline and created the segments of the pumpkin. Pumpkins are so easy to paint when you do them in this style. It's just it's almost a heart, but not quite. And then you just do these little lines for the segments. Those sort of very gentle curving C's, all coming from that middle point. And then you can put a little stalk on it out. I think I went for the middle of the heart. I think I chose the wrong colour because it doesn't particularly show up. I think if I wanted to go with that colour in the middle, I should have done white underneath first and then not done the yellow. And a little stalk. I hope you can't hear my stomach growling. I think it's digesting that breakfast. And then with this one, I did, you know, the little sort of curly vines that you sometimes see in illustrations from pumpkins. Now, when my eldest child was little, we did grow a pumpkin. Sadly, a few days before we were going to harvest it, something ate it completely overnight. But they do grow from this vine out of the top of them, like that. There we go, pop it in the lamp. Another 30-second cure. Right, what's going on this one? So we're mixing some of the boy bye with whichever yellow it was. Was that the Fifth Avenue? I can't remember. Adding some white to it to make that green paler, maybe. Do you know, this is as much of a surprise to me as it is to you. It's a week since I filmed it. Absolutely no memory of what this is still. It's going to suddenly come to me at some point, isn't it? Oh, it's a pear. The colour that I mixed with to make this green, that made no sense, did it? The green that I mixed was too close in I haven't got any words. It was too close to the background blue, so it didn't show up very well. So again, I would go for a different sort of green for that. And it did show up more in real life, just not as much on the camera, but it wasn't great in real life either. Some little dots of white on their own. This was possibly for the highlight of the pear. And to do that, you literally do a line that follows the shape just at one side, but not right at the very edge. You want to have a thin line of the original colour at one side, then the line of white, and then the rest of the body of it. We got the pear. Are we doing? Because I'm fairly sure I did 2 mushrooms, so was this the other one with the mushroom? It'd be easier if we could see it, wouldn't it? So what are you doing this weekend? Although I'm not going to be posting this till tomorrow. What did you do this weekend? What did you do on Saturday? What will you be doing on Sunday? Any exciting plans for the week? Any exciting plans for autumn or fall, depending on where in the world you are? Let me know what you're doing. I'm always interested in what everyone else is up to, as well as myself. I think it's because I'm nosy. Now you see, this isn't a mushroom, is it? What did I do with the pear? It would so help if we could see it, wouldn't it? Maybe I should actually go and find the nails so I can look at them. I've got this little old shortbread tin. That's where all of the nails that I do go. You know, the ones I do for nail pops. Oh, it's a leaf. Obviously, Kate, it's a leaf. And the stalk of the leaf goes right down the middle of the body of it, and then lines up the side for the veins. And then pop that in the lamp for 30 seconds. So I think there must be one more to do, isn't there? And this is the other mushroom. Famous last words. Is this the other mushroom? Yeah, that definitely looks like a mushroom stalk, doesn't it? Is that what they're called? I know the top part is the cap. It's just a nice sort of organic flowing shape there. And this will be another fly agaric. In the woods where I grew up, it's not the big woods, it's a small one. There was this particular area that when I was a child, I always remember it being this massive field. When I go now, it's very small, but that always had fly agaric in the autumn, and I remember my dad getting quite strict about us not going anywhere near them, but they are so pretty. They're also deadly poisonous, so don't go near them. I think fairies and pixies and things must have some kind of resistance to the toxicity of them, because they can sit on them in their fairy rings, can't they? Yeah, so this is pretty much the same as the other one, just on the other side. Amber's just stopped washing and stared into space. What are you thinking about, eh? No, gone back to washing again. Fair enough. I was trying to get not too many sharp angles, or not any sharp angles, to make it all curved. But then when there was that sharp angle on the bottom left, there was also the fear that I didn't want to make it sort of, when you sort of try and reshape something and things get bigger and bigger and bigger, I didn't want that to happen as well. So I left it a little bit sharp. And then on this side, is this where there's a flower? I think it is. Yeah, that coffee is definitely on the cold side of lukewarm now. I bought a new mug at Asda last week for £1.75. And it's a very nice mug to hold and to drink out of, but it doesn't really help the coffee retain its heat. I like a mug that's got a rounded bottom so you can sort of scoop your hand under it, and that tapers towards the top so it gets narrower, which hopefully helps to hold the heat in a little bit longer. Right, so I made the dots, the petals, excuse me. And then using the brush, I brought those all down to the middle. Did some lovely flower nails the other night. They'll end up on Instagram at some point. And there we go, a nice little bit in the middle. So the bees can come and get the pollen. Any bees that are left over in autumn, that is. We do usually get a few around. Oh, that's a point, my apple tree. I wonder if my apples are ripe yet. I'm just having a look out at it. I'll have to go and check that today. It's definitely the right time of year. I've never had an apple off that tree. And how long's it been there? 2019, Leela and I put it in, so 2020. So it's been there 3 years. 20, 21, 20, no, 4 years. I'm pretty sure this is the first lot of apples. Okay, pop it in the lamp. And then go in with a little line down the side, just for a little bit more depth. I will have got that off the stalk of the bottle again. And then in with our fly agaric dots. Oh, I can hear the pigeons outside again. I do love that sound. And then I went in with the velvet top on these. Even with the velvet top, make sure you float it over. Don't press that brush down too hard. "30 seconds in the lamp." And there they are, all finished. I do like that little set. Nice autumn set. Let's stave off winter for as long as we possibly can. Thank you for watching my video. Don't forget to click like and subscribe. And I'll see you on another video, okay? Thanks a lot. Bye.